On today's show, trade deadline part 1 in the NBA. James Harden move. Jaren Jackson Jr. move. Giannis might be on the move. What's changing the most for the Dallas Mavericks? And Cooper Flagg was really good against the Celtics. And that's all we need to say about the game. Today's Locked On Mavs.
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
Nick, that's a good question.
Good morning, Isaac. All these changes, I still got my dog Dwight Powell.
Your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like back.
And welcome. You're Locked On to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for over 10 years. Thanks for being in every day. Making Locked On Mavs your first. Listen to the Locked On Podcast Network, the number 1 sports podcast network out there. Today's episode brought to you by FanDuel. It's the last call for football on FanDuel. If you're a new customer, bet just $5. You can get $200 in bonus bets if you win. Joining me in person in the AAC, the courtside crooner, the post-game prodigy from the Great Slightly Biased YouTube channel, and Haymaker. What'd you see from the Dallas Mavericks tonight, Slightly Biased?
I survived the Luka Doncic trade shirts, fully been pulled out of shop. Thank you for letting me plug that. No, I saw. I mean, I hate to pull this card every time I come here, and I'm like sitting kind of close, and I can pull this card. But when you see Cooper Flagg, it is just Tell him. This guy is something serious. The fact that he's 19 years old, and then you project the NBA strength that will inevitably come. And I'm not even talking like a Giannis kind of outlier. This guy just turned into an athletic, specimen, obviously on HGH, but that's cool. I'm a proponent of that. But like
Allegedly.
I mean, look at that body. But I'm not even talking that. I'm just talking just getting stronger at the NBA level, which always happens for these guys. I'm watching this 19-year-old kid go out there. He looks scrawny up close. Looks huge. I mean, he's tall.
He's tall. He's definitely 6'9".
Yes, he's tall. But it's scrawny up there, and he still bullies guys pretty legitimate NBA defensive players pretty easily. I don't know what the ceiling is for this guy. He's so incredibly good. I mean, the Celtics are. Actually, I want to talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Okay. We'll talk about Cooper Flagg. We'll talk about all kinds of things. But I want to talk about this in the NBA first because James Harden moved to the Cavs, left the Clippers. Darius Garland going to the Clippers now. And Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz. The Grizzlies are tearing it down. If you had to pick one thing that changed the most for the Mavericks, I think the thing for me is the Jazz-Grizzlies whole section of the tank lottery standings right now. Because the Grizzlies, Isaac and I did an episode yesterday where we were like, I don't know if the Mavs can out-tank the Bucks anymore because Giannis is going to be gone.
They can't.
And now all of a sudden, Jaren Jackson Jr. gone from the Grizzlies. Jaw's probably going to be gone too. They can't out-tank the Grizzlies probably now either. And so now the Mavs are forced into this situation where they're kind of stuck. Unless the Jazz play Jaren Jackson Jr. and get a lot better. I think this changed the Mavs pick trajectory just a little bit today.
Are the Grizzlies one spot ahead currently?
They're all right in there. I mean, it is.
I was looking at it earlier. I can't remember. Yeah, I mean,
they have one more win, I think.
No, the Bucks are free falling. They will finish bottom 5. I think by the end of the season somehow.
That team is bad.
Yeah, they will not. They'll probably. They might have the worst record between now and the end of the season. That wouldn't surprise me that much. So yeah, I mean, this is something I've been beating the drum of all season long. Where it's what does tanking for this team even look like? I don't know because AD hasn't played in weeks and might not play another game for the Mavericks. Kyrie might not play this year, and yet they're still 8th in the tank standings currently, and you look at the teams ahead of them, and it's these teams are blowing it up, shutting it down, and what are you supposed to do if you're the Mavs? And, they obviously lost tonight, and it didn't look at any point like they were really going to win the game. No. But just in general, if your 19-year-old superstar is winning you games, it's not a bad thing, really. They're 7th currently, and, So Memphis and Milwaukee are both one spot tied for 9.
Jazz got a win tonight. Jazz 16-35. It's too early to do the tank standings, but I think
it's interesting to look at the deadline.
The teams around them did make moves. The Jazz, the Grizzlies, and the Bucks are all going to make moves, and those are the teams around them right now.
What do you think happens with it? Is Jaren Jackson Jr. going to play?
That's my thing.
1 through 8 protected.
That's my thing with the Jazz is they need to get that pick because the thing that they did today that changes so much about them and about the West really is that they made a decision. They're going for it right now.
And I love it.
They get Jaren Jackson Jr. He's 26, 27. He's still pretty young. He was in that 2018 draft. And
did you see that stat earlier?
What? That everybody's gone?
Top 12 pick has been
all
traded? Every top 12 pick of that draft has been traded.
Insane.
At least once.
Luka, Trey,
that is insane.
Everybody. And so you look at that team and you go, all right, well, they made a decision. They're going to go all in on Keontae, Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr. That's not enough to win a title. So you have to think that their team, and I listened to Locked On Jazz with Leaf today, and who filled in for David, and he was like, now the Jazz absolutely have to get a top pick. If they can get a top pick, then they're set if they get one of these top 3 guys. But if they don't, then they kind of leveled up. And maybe they can do this thing. I was telling this to Isaac earlier. You know that game people play where it's like, I'm going to take this thumbtack and I'm going to trade up to a boat. I'm going to trade up to a car or a house
capitalism?
or something. Yeah. I'm going to trade up
American Dream?
I'm going to trade up to a house. It seems like the Jazz are kind of doing that. They took the assets they got from Rudy Gobert, they turned it into Keontae, they turned it into Walker Kessler, and now Jaren Jackson Jr. It's like, all right, if they can take all those things and they still have picks and level it up one more time, maybe this is just like a stepping stone for them. But for the rest of the season, I think they're going to be better if they play him. And maybe they shut him down. He's been injury prone in the past, but I can't imagine them just like shutting him down for the whole rest of the season. Actually, you know what? I take that back.
Yeah,
it's the Jazz. We saw what they did here in this building when they wanted to tank. They can shut him down, and they probably will.
I'm so interested to see what they're going to do because part of me feels like they did this thinking, when Walker Kessler's back next year, like we'll be in the mix with Lauri and Keontae and Walker Kessler and second-year ace Bailey and Jaren Jackson Jr. Like we'll be in the mix. Like part of me feels like that was their thinking here. But, yeah, you're right. If they shut down – if they're just like, Jaren, you're Cowfords, right? Like we're just going to shut you down the rest of the year, bro. If that's what the route they end up going, then, it's let's get one more top pick. And this will be our group moving forward.
And they're going for it.
I kind of like it, assuming they keep Kessler, which all the reporting sounds like they will.
That's the part about it is Kessler's restricted free agent this summer, and then it's not next year. It's the year after that to me because Keontae is up for his contract, and then you have
he's getting maxed.
$50 million for Jaren Jackson Jr., $40-something million for Lauri Markkanen, and he already signed. And then Keontae getting his max, like you're saying. I don't know if I would give him the max, but he probably is going to get it.
He will.
Then all of a sudden you have 3 max. Like I don't know what they're doing long term there, and so that changed that. And to me, it messed up their title trajectory unless they get one of these number 1 picks, which is what happened to the Mavs, and that's how the Mavs have any kind of title trajectory anyway.
I think probably. I always kind of expected the Jazz would do something aggressive in the summer.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would do it now. But I've always felt like this would be them kind of, all right, we've done this for a couple years. And we've had to blatantly tank at times to shut the season down because we've been kind of outperforming. So, Keontae's been a revelation this year. And we know Lowry's good. And Kessler will come back, and he's a very impactful player. And now we have Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, if this is if they decide, now we don't need Kessler and Jaren can be our 5, I hate this.
That's terrible.
I absolutely hate it. But if they're like, Kessler and Jaren Jackson Jr., that's our 2.
Kessler, Jaren, and Lauri Markkanen, that's a big front 3.
I mean, Cleveland low-key a couple years ago, way ahead of the times.
With Lauri as the 3.
They kind of saw the vision where the league was going and then just
the Jazz were like, let's do that from 5 years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see. It wasn't bad when Lauri was at 3, so.
The Harden thing, does it change anything for you? The Clippers were already kind of rising. Darius Garland plays less than him.
Yeah,
but
really
I don't see the Clippers falling in the tank lottery if that's what we're looking at.
No.
That whole thing is fascinating to me.
Well, let me see what the Clippers do in the next 48 hours.
A lot of changes can happen.
I know, because if this is a Zubats is available, hey, you blow us away for Kawhi, maybe we'll listen type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That could change some stuff.
If Kawhi has a voided contract or not.
True, that could very possibly. I don't believe those conspiracies. I think that
you don't.
No, I think the Clippers saw this as an opportunity of Harden probably went to them and was like, "Hey, I want a max extension," and they were like, "No."
Right.
And he was like, "Okay, well, trade me somewhere." And they're like, "Okay, we can get a young point guard." And I want to say I broke this news to Brian Scalabrine, and I'm not trolling. I broke this news to Brian Scalabrine,
the White Mamba. Learned about the James Harden trade.
Celtics commentator. I said, "Hey, Scal, this trade just happened," and I was like, "You guys scared?" And he was like, "No, Darius Garland never plays." So, or no, he said yes because Darius Garland never plays.
Yeah, so they are scared of the.
So
James
Celtics
Harden.
fans are a
that
little
changes stuff in the East for sure.
The Cavs are. I was just telling Nick, the Cavs are now the betting favorites in the East.
Yeah, it's just excitement. That's
just, before this trade. Even before the trade, they got moved up. But I think that was people anticipating.
They play well. We saw them tonight. I mean, they play hard. They could get
the Cavs.
I'm sorry. The Cavs are the betting favorite.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
I think the Celtics to me are the better ones, and unless Vucevic is joining this team, I don't know. That one was weird to me, but. We'll see what Tatum happens.
They get a stretch 5. Coming up, James Harden makes a move. Is Giannis next?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to change for the Dallas Mavericks? Talk about that and more coming up.
Giannis is coming. Dallas. Jesus.
Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel Sports, like all kinds of props and odds, things that you can use to get in on the action, including stuff for Super Bowl 60. FanDuel is making sure you're getting right in the middle of the action with it. They have all kinds of props, odds, and things that you can use. Somebody was very upset at me the other day for suggesting that someone bet on the non-quarterback to throw a touchdown. I don't know. You don't have to take my advice. I'm not trying to give gambling advice on here, but if you want it, Super Bowl MVP, Drake May, plus 230, interesting. Kenneth Walker III, plus 850, not as interesting. There you go. That's all the advice I got. You can also, right now, if you're a new customer, bet just $5, and if you win, you get $200 in bonus bets if you win that bet. Make it count, because after the Super Bowl, the season is over. Last call for football on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60, where you can do all kinds of props and things for the Super Bowl. Visit FanDuel.com to get started.
Shut it down! Let's go!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad, listening every day. We appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. We have the Everydayers Club. Use the code DEADLINE. You get a free month, access to ad-free episodes of this show, so you can listen on audio, and you can skip all the ads, which is fun. And then you can also get access to our Discord, and then maybe you can watch a game with Slightly Biased. Oh, wait, that's a different thing. We're here with Slightly here in the American Airlines Center still. They haven't kicked him out yet. They haven't kicked me out yet. And so we'll see how long that lasts for us.
I see the security circling.
They are circling. They were eyeing you earlier.
They were. They said, no, not you.
And Giannis may be on the move next. If Giannis gets moved to Portland, has been talked about. The Spurs have been kind of rumored around here. Like, people speculate about them. Minnesota is a big name
Minnesota
today.
Is the one.
That's a big name today. And then also the Warriors is a big name.
Warriors are out, I think.
That's what people say, and you just never know.
That's
it could
true.
come back.
I mean, the last few trade deadlines have taught us you actually have no clue.
You have no idea.
Happen.
Like, James Harden just got traded to the Cavs. You told Brian Scalabrine that.
I did.
That is incredible. That is insane to me. Like, we never would have thought that when they're on their 18-3 run. So Giannis goes to the Timberwolves. Let's say it happens. How are you feeling after that?
Well, I mean, as an NBA fan, I'm excited. I mean, for the Mavs, and I'll just level with you guys right here. I'm like probably 3 years out, I would say.
From caring?
No, not from caring, but like being like, okay, now might be time for us to really ramp up.
Yeah, right.
Like, because next year, assuming they don't make ginormous roster overhaul decisions, and I'm just saying I assume AD will be gone at the start of next season, but assuming everything else is kind of in place, like Kyrie's still here and stuff, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll be championship contenders until Coop is reaching, a top 10 level, which is just obviously is the case.
Which is weeks away.
Yeah, true. That might be the trade deadline when some guys get dealt and Coop's like, all right, shoot 30 times, bro. We don't care anymore. But no.
How many do you get tonight?
Yeah, he put up some shots tonight. I love it. But yeah, it's interesting because, man, Minnesota, it's one of those weird reports where they're like, Minnesota's in. Everyone's like, what? What can they even trade? And then it's like, yeah, Minnesota's in, guys. And the reports keep coming in. And it's like, no, guys, Minnesota's like seriously in. You're like, well, wait a second. And
then what they do is they make this weird trade and dump Mike Conley, and you go, did they just create space, like with just a pick swap?
Not only that, but with a team where a guard on their team was widely rumored for them for months, and then it comes out from Wendy afterwards was like, yeah, the Timberwolves could have had Kobe White.
Right.
And then decided they wanted to keep the flexibility. And to me, if you're a team like Minnesota, where I definitely think they're close but need to make a move, if they didn't feel as though, hey, we really, really have a chance here for Giannis, they would have probably done the Kobe White trade.
Yeah, you're like, this is the best we can do.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe them and the Bulls have an agreement like, hey, if the Giannis thing doesn't happen, can we circle back on something potentially? Yeah. I don't know what the financials would look like there with Mike Conley getting traded, but yeah, I mean, it's so interesting how these things play out because it never happens the way you think it's going to happen, man. These guys get paid a lot of money for a reason. They're very creative. They are. Like, nobody before the season would have said, yeah, the Timberwolves have a chance to get Giannis. And then you lay out their package. It's like, well, if another team would give 3 or 4 picks for Jaden McDaniels.
That's the front office version of, like, that's why you play the games.
Yeah.
You know, like they always say that's why you play the games when it comes to basketball or football or whatever, because you never know what's going to happen. Well, that's the front office version of this.
Let this be a retrospective lesson. You never know what's going to happen. Call every team before you make a big, giant trade. You never know who's willing to go above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Did you know it was a year ago? Like just a couple
days
ago?
Was it really? Guys, I'm starting to think it wasn't a good trade.
Starting to rethink that.
After today's StatMuse tweet.
Do you think after the LeBron stories, the Lakers are thinking it's not that great of a trade either?
I'm wondering if there's if LeBron's on the Lakers past Thursday. I would say yes.
There was a report. I got an ESPN notification on my phone today. I picked up my phone, as I do every time there's a notification now. Dave McMenamin, LeBron informs us he does expect to be on the Lakers past the deadline.
Oh,
and I was
great.
like, oh, great. That needed to be sent straight to my phone.
The only notifications that I'm not even trolling, the only notifications I have on my phone currently, which, by the way, but the only notifications I have on my phone currently is Shams. That's the only thing. Not a phone call, not a text. The only thing that pops up, no family members.
I was going to say, your mom calls you.
Second ring or whatever that is when it's on Do Not Disturb.
She's been silenced.
But
your text say all notifications have been silenced except Shams.
And let me win some brownie points from the viewers there. I call my mom almost every day. She doesn't need to call me.
And your mom lives here, right?
Yeah, call your
Wow.
mom. Call your parents. The older you get, you don't realize how just a phone call goes such a long ways.
My
man.
mom hears my voice every day because she listens to the show.
There you go. That counts to me. That counts.
Sorry, Mom. I'm not as good a son as Larry
Yeah,
is.
sorry. Sorry, Mama Angstadt. No, but yeah. Where was I going with that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the Shams notifications. If Shams gives me one more tweet of like, guys, Cat's actually playing for the world team in the All-Star game, I'm like, Shams, you're done,
Listen,
buddy.
Jalen Duren and the Detroit Pistons
I know it's like,
have,
whoa, what? The? Oh.
have secured a spot in the slam dunk contest.
It's like,
You're like,
these,
oh my God,
can
come
these
on.
All-Star game announcements, which, by the way, no one will watch, can these wait until Friday?
The
like,
Kawhi
just
one was
wait 'em.
interesting to me, though.
Why? He got snubbed.
Yeah, he got very much snubbed, and I thought it was because the aspiration stuff was going to come out, and then they weren't going to put him on there.
I mean, that has to be it, right? There's literally no other
But then now
watchable
they put him on there,
explanation.
so.
Yeah.
Giannis going to the Timberwolves. That would shake everything. Would that shake your confidence in Denver, OKC, Houston?
I would just say a move that big in the middle of the season. I don't know if I would pick the Timberwolves this year.
I feel like
but
the last time it really, really worked was like Pau Gasol.
Right. And
They
this
went to
is,
the finals.
I mean, this
They
is
didn't win that
another
year,
this
but
is
they
another level. Like we've never really seen anything like this.
We've never seen a player of this good move except for last year.
You're right.
Right, like Luka was one that we're talking about that move like it was unprecedented because
I mean,
we've never seen a player that good move midseason.
Well, last year, I guess you could have argued if you're a big LeBron stan, like, yeah, that was another top 5 guy, top 6 guy getting paired with a top 3 guy.
And LeBron wasn't.
Yeah, but like this would be a top
Reeves.
3 guy in Giannis, 100%, getting paired with a top 6 at the worst.
Yeah, 6
guy in the like before his prime and Anthony. I mean, it would be league altering. I'm rooting for it.
That's
really
like a bizarro Kobe and Shaq.
Well, then okay, so this is the sicko mode. What's next? Where does Jaden McDaniels go? That's where I'm perked up.
Yeah, the thing we have to know is what do they give up? Is it if it's Gobert or if it's Randall and
It's McDaniels for sure.
you would think so.
No, I mean I can't imagine a world where it's not. Like he has to be involved.
I couldn't imagine a world where James Harden is getting photoshopped on a LeBron's head from his Cavs days.
Dude, some of those photoshops are really bad.
Well, one of them was literally just James Harden on LeBron's body. And you're
Well, I
he's
saw-
not one. He's not wearing 23, and 2.
That would be pretty funny. Jalen Tyson said it's not his city anymore.
Did you see Jaden Ivey tweet today? Jaden Ivey got traded
That
to
was
the
a
Bulls.
weird. What, the Bulls are up to something. Like
They
not
have
to
a
do
million-
the windy thing, but the Bull. What's going on in Chicago?
I don't think they know. No. But he tweeted, "Can't use 23 in Chicago?" Question mark.
No, you can't.
Nope, buddy.
And you can't use 23 in Miami either because they're cucks and they also stole that. They retired that jersey number. Is that still retired? That's embarrassing, man. Are we allowed to say that word? Is that a bad word?
I don't know.
Is that word offensive? I don't,
It's definitely offensive. We're
gonna find
We're
out.
not allowed to say it or
We're
not.
gonna find out.
We are gonna find out. Me as the channel manager is gonna find out. Yeah, but the Giannis move, that's the next one we're kind of waiting on. That would shake the West. That would shake the NBA.
Yes.
That's the thing you're waiting on for the deadline because it does seem like they've made a bunch of moves, and the toothpaste does seem to be out of the tube.
Do you think Giannis gets traded?
I think so at this point.
I thought at this time yesterday, I was like, man, I really don't know. But now we're at the point where I'm like, yeah, it feels like there's almost too much.
There's a lot of smoke, but it's
Yeah.
it's also just like you hold a thought in your head for a while, and then you get tired of it, and then you change to the other thought because that feels more fun. And then
See-
you go back and forth between like, yes, he's getting traded. So I've done with AD since the beginning of the trade rumors.
My thing with the Giannis trade is that can't be an hour before the trade deadline trade. It just cannot be. Just with how
Yeah,
difficult
there's
it's going to
too many
be with
machinations and too many-
all the dominoes that will need to fall. Like it has to happen. I would have to assume in the next 24 hours, or else it probably doesn't. Would be my guess.
Wow. So, hey, we'll
Right?
be here. We talking about it. Also, Isaac did a show earlier today talking about the Anthony Davis to the Cavs rumors that make no sense to me. I did it in a short. I did it in like a minute 20, and I explained my thoughts on that because it doesn't make any sense.
That is bizarre.
Coming up, let's talk about Cooper Flagg. He was absolutely awesome. What stood out to me
Pritchard.
about his game? No, that's Noah Weber. We'll talk about that and more coming up.
It's not. It actually is Pritchard.
Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by Quo. You need better business communications tools for your business. It's a new year, new systems. This is the time when a lot of us look at the messier parts of our business and are like, wait, how do I make this better? There's got to be a better way for me to figure this out and to do this. You can use Quo, Q-U-O, the smarter way to run your business communications, because when your team is reachable, organized, and communicating all in one place, especially when they're in the same room with you, you communicate so much better. You're creating more opportunities to connect with customers. Everyone sees the full conversation thread, which makes replies faster and more personal. With Quo and Quo's smart AI tools automatically log calls, summarize conversations, and highlight next steps so details never slip through the cracks. It's no surprise that Quo is the #1 rated phone business system on G2, trusted by more than 90,000 businesses. Make this year the year where no opportunity and no customer slip away. Try Quo for free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/lockedonnba. That's QUO.com/lockedonnba. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers. Also brought to you by Game Time. There's nothing better than being in an NBA arena, right, Slightly?
That's right. There really isn't.
It's amazing. I love being here. It's one of the things I go out of my way. I braved the blizzard to come here and the ice storm to come here because I needed to see guys in person. You need to see Luka. You need to see Wembanyama. You need to see Jokic. Jaylen Brown was actually great to see, and also Peyton Pritchard was incredible to see tonight. So you can go see all these things. You use Game Time to be able to go and see all these guys all over the place. That's why Game Time has become the go-to app for scoring tickets without the hassle. Puts the advantage back where it belongs, with the fans. There's all kinds of events happening all over DFW. You can get in on it with Game Time. Pull up the Game Time app, pick an upcoming game, and you can have tickets within minutes. You can see the all-in price up front, which is awesome. You never get surprised by fees. And you can see the view from your seat, just like this. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use this code LOCKEDON. You get $20 off your first purchase. That's code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. And remember, it's gametime.co, not gametime.com.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
All right, Slightly, we're talking about the Mavs against the Celtics. That's why we are here tonight. The Mavs felt helpless in this game. It was a 10-point game, but the second half, the offense was so bad. Mavs had 104 offensive rating, which is terrible. Like 120 is excellent. 104 is just garbage. Nobody in the league has won that bad. But Cooper Flagg was amazing in this game. 36 points. He had 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks. He was 12 of 24 from the field, hit 2 threes confidently, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Only had 1 turnover. It was right at the beginning of the game. He was dribbling in an ISO against Jaylen Brown, got picked, and then the rest of the game, he adjusted, which is the thing he does. He adjusts. He adjusts to whatever coverage is sent to him. He knew that they were going to give him single coverage. He's like, all right, great. I'm just going to take my guy off the dribble every single time and get in the way. I'm going to be guarded by Luka Garza, by Baylor Shireman, it doesn't matter who I'm getting guarded by. I'm going to be able to finish over the top if I can get to my spot.
Yeah, I mean, this was it's 3 games in a row now where the scoring output has just been crazy. The shot attempts have just been crazy. And this is what we've kind of been wanting to see, just this uber-aggressive Cooper Flagg, where he is this downhill demon, man. And teams know that he's going to be driving. And I will say, just watching tonight's games, the 3-point volume has ticked up recently. The accuracy has ticked up recently as well. He has this little hesitation move that's subtle, but it does work. It gets defenders to bite just enough for him to drive by them and get to his spots. And that's one thing I think he understands so well at this age is angles and getting to his spots. And there were a few possessions in this game where he's running, the pick and roll. He's the ball handler on a pick and roll. And he's, doing the snake dribble. He's got his defender in jail. It's really impressive stuff for a 19-year-old who's not a guard. It's not his calling card.
I got to the point after the game tonight where I just go, we keep talking about how impressive it is at the beginning it was like how impressive it is as an 18-year-old. Then we're like, oh, it's impressive for a rookie. It's just impressive for an NBA player. There are not many NBA players that can do the things that Cooper Flagg is doing right now.
No, I mean, this recent stretch he's on, these last 3 games where it's been, 35-plus points every game? Is that right? Jeez. Or something like that? At least 30-plus every game. Yeah, I mean, he is a really special player, and it is, again, when you see him, it's just he's got serious size. Sometimes these guys come in and you hear about their size. They just kind of look like tweeners.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know what that. But Coop has like real positional size where it feels like, what do I do with this guy? Because the Celtics would throw like Baylor Shireman out on him, like you said. They would throw different guys out on him. Jordan Walsh, all of these like elite perimeter defenders. And you could sense that there's moments in these games where the other team's like, I don't really know who to put on him. Like, do I put a pesky like on-ball defender on him, or do I put somebody with size who can get beat off the dribble? Like, it's one of those matchup nightmares.
It's like the foot speed guys, he can rise up over the top of all of them.
Yep.
And then the big guys, he can go around any of them, or also the length on the scoop shots and things like that, where just like guys can't get to that because of the hesitation and the timing.
It looks, I think it will always look unorthodox because I think people see that like detractors and they're like, that's not sustainable. Some of these shots aren't sustainable, but it's almost Najee-esque where like. And this was how it looked in college at times, too, where he uses his length. And, yeah, it looks a little weird sometimes where he's going up for these layups. But it just works because he has
it's because it's
the
touch.
It's touch. And, I mean, nobody – if anybody – regardless – I don't care about what any advanced metrics, anything. You watch a player play, if a rookie, especially a teenage rookie, has that offhand touch that Coop does, that's insane touch. I mean, that is incredible stuff that just projects as just an unbelievable score down the line. So, yeah, I mean, he's incredible.
An unbelievable scorer now.
Yeah, it is. He's the best rookie in the league. I mean, it is what it is. 11 free throws, too. I love that.
I want to talk about Daniel Gafford. 10 points, 12 rebounds. Leaves the game in the middle. He leaves the game in the middle of the end of the second quarter. 3 minutes
Horrifying.
left. And he's holding his right ankle. It's the same ankle that he's been dealing with. And he didn't even really twist it. He just kind of bent it.
Yeah.
He was trailing Jaylen Brown on a switch. And he kind of bent it like going one way. And the ankle went the other way. And then he's down. He's holding the ankle. He's face down on the court for a while. Then he's holding the ankle. Then he goes straight to the locker room. Then he comes back. Dwight Powell starts for him in the third quarter. But then with 5:18 left in the third quarter, Gafford comes back in the game. And, like, kudos to Daniel Gafford for fighting through it, for going back out there. He went out there and actually had kind of an impact. Again, he had a double-double, got rebounds, got points. But, like, if you're the Dallas Mavericks and he's been in trade rumors and trade talks, you shut him down. Like, he should not have played this game anyway, let alone he gets hurt the same ankle that he's been dealing with, and then he goes back. Like, I just do not understand that decision, and I just don't understand the decision.
As a 100% Daniel Gafford will be traded in the next 2 days truther coming into this game, I'm now a little bit like, is he though? Like, because like you said, this is bizarre. I mean, look around the league. You're seeing every guy who's been in trade rumors tonight out with personal reasons, illness, rest. They're all sitting.
James Harden was out with personal reasons for 2 games before the story came out.
Hey, people give KOC a lot of stuff, but he was basically like insinuating this is a trade request, and everyone's like, "Shut up! You know what you're talking about."
Oh, just doing the same song and dance with Harden. I guess it was.
It ended up being correct. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't really get it either, him playing in this game. And like I said, coming into tonight, I was like, Gafford will be on a new team in 48 hours, like almost 100% guaranteed. And now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. That feels really irresponsible, especially once he comes out the game. And maybe they're like, dude, you need to go out there so teams understand, like, he was good.
Yeah, he was fine. Like, hey, they maybe the lasting impression is him on the ground, all the images on social media and everything. Like, all right, we got to show that he's actually good.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to the beginning. Don't play him in this game.
Because, I mean,
you don't need this game.
The Mavs are making a trade.
You're not getting back in the play-in.
They have to make a trade. They literally have to. They have to do something financially. Even if it's as small as dumping D'Angelo Russell. Like, they have to do something, and Gafford just makes the most sense. And I'll be real. I'm going to be a little disappointed if they don't do it, if they don't get anything at all.
That's been my thing, and that's why the last couple of days the shows have been like, what if the Mavs do nothing?
I will be disappointed.
Can the Mavs wait and see to the offseason? Because we haven't heard much, and maybe it's just a calm before the storm. Like, Nico's front office moved in silence.
Right.
G's moving in silence, lasagna. But
I mean, outside of that, Trae Young traders, like, we were getting the negotiation on social media.
Every piece of that trade,
right? And then the DeAndre Hunter one was like, we're also getting, like, it feels like most of these teams now, because I mean, again, Harden was just like, wait, what? Harden's getting traded?
Well, it was like he's requesting a trade, and then Chris Mannix was like, yeah, it's for this. Like, oh wow, okay, great.
I was like, what? And then Jaren Jackson Jr. today was like, huh?
That just came out of nowhere. Yep.
Like, that's bizarre. Like, so all of these teams do move in silence now. So
they do unless you need something. You need to up trade value, which is one of the reasons why we've heard so many AD rumors.
I was going to say, to be fair, the Mavs aren't really moving in silence because they're like, I think there's both sides. Rich Paul, you want to know my take on the Cavs thing? We were talking about it earlier. You want to know my take on the Cavs thing? The reports coming out.
You look at me in the eyes and asking me that took me out.
The Cavs want Harden. Oh, the Cavs might make a play for Giannis. And I think then Rich Paul's like, yeah, and AD. And the Cavs are like, whoa, no, we don't. Not really. And Rich Paul's like, no, but just tweet
that's
it.
why the Mavs were in the rumors.
Yeah,
like the Cavs were interested in Anthony Davis.
Just tweet it out, Sean.
Just
tweet
tweet
it.
it. Just finish it. Just finish the
Cavs are like, no, we're not interested in that. And he's like,
it was Windhorst today that said that.
Rich Paul's like, no, we're good. LeBron's going to go there in the summer. Just do us a favor.
They're like, hey, Wendy, we will give you the LeBron 2 back to the Cavs story if you
where's that one going to go, you think? That can be a Twitch stream. Like I'm trying to think.
Oh my gosh!
They did the ESPN decision, then they did the Sports Illustrated.
What was the one where he did the Taco Bell commercial when he was like making that
was a Hennessy commercial. I think
a Hennessy commercial where he like made this. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. And then it's gonna be the boy who cried wolf because we're all gonna be like, oh, here we go. It's something else. It's Taco Tuesday. It's it's whatever.
Do it on a Twitch stream. That'd be hilarious. So yeah, guys, I'm on the Cavs now. What's up, chat?
Bryce James's Twitch streaming.
Chat, I think I'm going to the Cavs, low key.
Chat, is my hair chopped?
Chat, I know I'm chopped and unk, but I'm on my way to the Cavs, man.
LeBron may be past unk.
Yeah, LeBron's like Gramps.
Oh my gosh!
I want to say something real quick.
Prediction: will the Mavs do anything?
I mean,
from now until the trade deadline.
They have to, even if it's something super small, but they have to do something.
D'Angelo Russell out for illness tonight.
D'Lo, I think, is getting traded. But I mean, my guess is Gafford's almost 100% gone. Would just be my guess.
I asked Isaac this last night. Is there any move that could happen where you would think that Kidd is the shadow GM already? Because I was thinking like if they dump D'Angelo Russell with a second, where they're like just desperate to get off, like desperate to get rid of him.
That's
or
a
they bring in Chris Paul, like Ramona Shelburne mentioned today.
Okay.
That was not a rumor. That was her speculating, but still, like they bring in somebody like that, and you go, oh, are they trying? Like,
or if we hear a report that's like, hey guys, the Mavs kind of made a Giannis push. Like that could maybe be it.
The Mavs offered their 2026 first, and
the Mavs offered everything but Cooper Flagg for Giannis.
Just put Giannis and Flagg together.
And they had a meeting about Coop, and they had to drag one person out the room.
Kid is
and I'm like, that's Kid.
guy.
That's Kid.
Kid is Giannis's guy.
Hey, he knows what he's doing, man.
He knows what the F he's doing.
That's right. No, but I want to say something about the Celtics team. They are a machine, and Brad Stevens is the greatest of all time. And this is the model I want the Mavs to follow, which is saying a lot because this has been years of painstaking building for the Celtics.
I don't think Jason Kidd is doing karate in the Mavs practice
somebody
facility.
needs to start doing karate. But just in terms of team building, like tonight, I mean, this whole season, no Tatum, so it's just Brown out there, and then it's a bunch of like late picks.
Well, it's Brown, who's like definitely top 30 player in the higher
top 10, I think this year.
Well, this year, yes,
yeah,
but like
overall, like going
overall.
into the year, you would say top 30.
Derek White is top 50. Peyton Pritchard's like top 100, and then everybody else, you're like, okay.
And even Derek White, that was a really shrewd move by them, like where they bought low, like not low, but they bought into projecting a player's future. And they only gave up a first-round pick for Derek White.
Yeah.
And that ends up being one of the best trades the team's made in the last 5 years. Like, the Mavs need to make moves where they're looking at –
where they win them.
Yes. They need to make good moves, guys. Breaking news.
Well, they need to make good moves where they bet that one player will be one thing on one team, come to their team and be completely different and, like, way better at all the things.
But they need to find an identity the way the Celtics have found an identity and build and that be what it is.
And the thing is, you can have any kind of identity around Coop.
Yeah, you can, exactly. So they need to take advantage, similar to how the Celtics have taken advantage of their very versatile wings and Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And this would be the argument of drafting like an A.J. DeMonza over somebody else, where it's like we have these two like Swiss Army knife guys who can do whatever. And go out and get these just smart players. Like that's the thing when you watch the Celtics, like the ball just hops.
Yeah.
They're like the pickups on defense, the rotations are so crisp. Like a guy gets beat, someone's right there, and then a guy who gets beat is too rotated.
Tonight already reminded me of the 2024 finals.
Every time Jaylen Brown did anything, I was like, last time I saw this man in this building.
Woo. Well, the last time we saw it, the Mavs won by 40. So
true, that is actually very true. Last time, that's 100% true. Man, that guy, Jaylen Brown, is a good basketball player, man. Woo. Pritchard too.
He's been so good.
You know, I saw
Jaylen Brown is not on the Basketball Reference MVP tracker. Like,
no, he should be
1 to
10.
He should be like 5.
He should be top 5, 100%. And Pritchard, man, I saw a tweet once. I was like,
good.
Pritchard could be Jaylen Brunson somewhere. And every now and then I'll watch him, and I'm like, maybe. His footwork is absurd.
The way he was just cooking the Mavs bigs, getting the lane in those little like 10, 12
stops,
footers.
Pivots. I mean, master at his craft.
God, this is too much Celtics Glaze. I can't.
They're good. I like
deal
them. I
with
really
it.
do.
No.
They play a fun brand of
I
basketball.
hate all of it. I can't stand
And
it.
Tatum's going to come back and jack a 35-foot side.
All right, I have a Mavs fan question.
Okay.
You're in a visiting arena.
Yeah.
You're wearing a Celtics jersey, a white Celtics jersey.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the Mavs are losing, and the Mavs fans start leaving. And you wave bye to everybody. You for it or against it? Bye. See ya.
I'm against
See ya.
that.
Look at you up there. Yeah.
This would be me walking out.
There's a guy in my section tonight that was doing that, and I was like,
I'd be like, you think
Interesting.
I don't know we're trash, buddy? Like, what are you talking? Who are you talking to?
I've watched way more of Mavs games than you have.
Yeah, like, hey, trust me.
I know what this is.
Hey, I would have said this. Trust me, man. I'm so excited to be leaving this arena.
Hey, the next arena we're gonna get is gonna have a resort and a spa. And
That's right. You can't make me feel bad about leaving tonight. I'm so happy this game's over.
Which one would you rather have, the City Hall location or the like Addison-ish
City
area?
Hall, man, downtown Dallas. It's a really nice place. They got public transit where you can actually train to the
big public
games.
transit.
Like, come on, man. These things need to be downtown. Like, this city's already trash with how it's been planned and the spacing and how it's just so car dependent. It is trash. I mean, anyone who's been to a walkable city knows.
Boston is one.
Boston, but I mean, even bigger ones like London. Like, when you can get on Paris, you can get on a train and go anywhere, a bus and go anywhere. It's literally life altering.
Yeah, but then you can.
It took me.
I just sit in a Ford Focus and like go.
I don't live that far. Like, it's gonna take me 20 minutes to get home from here tonight without traffic. It took me an hour, 10 minutes to get here. And I wanted to get on the train. And you know what's crazy is I almost always take the train. It takes me 30 minutes to get to the train station in traffic. So I already missed the train. So I was like, whatever. I'm just going to drive.
There you go. Check out Slightly Biased, great YouTube channel. Stuff happening all the time over there and on Haymaker. And you can also listen to us. We have bonus stuff coming out all the time. Subscribe. Nick Van Exit on Instagram and TikTok, all over the place. What happened?
Shams, you did it again. I just got a Shams notification.
You got faked out?
I got fake. Well, what is this? Joining Sports Center. We're not watching.